Hi everybody, welcome back to Majestic Collectibles. So, Silver Bronze Age Collection Part 10, 4 boxes left after this one. And let's get started with this one. Let's get going here. If you guys get a chance, click like, click subscribe, check out our other videos. And Howard the Duck, that was a big title. The magazine versions were better, I thought anyway. It was a hot book for, I don't know, a hot minute. And it has some interesting covers, and it's not a horrible read, but I gotta tell you, it wasn't a great read either. We got some higher number Conans here. That must be, Romita did some inking on that one. And these are about VG here. I don't think there's anything, that one's a little nicer maybe on that one. Conan's after the first year basically, for the most part. Not a lot of value or collector interest in them unless they're really high grade. And these are probably fine here, VG to fine. Again, they're unprotected, so they usually pick up some rubbing and soiling and spine issues. Oh good, and now another Howard the Duck 3, because one isn't enough, I guess. Huh, that's funny. At least I'm going the right way in the Conans and getting lower numbers here as we go, so that's nice. And some of the covers are pretty good on them. Stories are up and down. I thought they turned out, you know, kind of were a little less interesting. Red Sonja, which is kind of a bit of a boost or salvation to the Conan title, and she showed up. Especially if she had the cover art on there. That's pretty good cover there. That one's a little rough, got some creasing. The most common, I swear, the most common comic book in history is that History Electronics from Radio Shack. Good grief, I don't know how many of those they gave away or didn't give away, but it was a huge number, that I can tell you. So it looks like we're keeping going with the Conans for a little while anyway, down to 25, back up to 76, because, you know, why not? And down to 75. Nice cover there. Sergeant Rock. Again, boy, I've got a lot of those. Marvel 2-in-1. Modern Comics, which is actually basically Charlton Comics reprints, and this one's heavily water damaged. Probably somebody will pick it up because of the TV show, though. Micronauts, again, water damage. That was an X-Men crossover. Oh, here we go. Now we're up in my alley there. And of course, so we switch back to Conan. Call, it is a number 1. He showed up though in the magazines first, like Conan did. Not a lot of interest in him on that title anywhere that I can see. Did have some great covers on some of his stuff though. Just not one that ever took off, to be honest with you. That was a little rough there. And you can see, you know, it's Conan's dad is who it is, and the stories were very similar, which I think was a big problem. Thulsa Doom was in both of them, and the lore was on the side of the Conan, especially with the Robert E. Howard books and stuff like that. So more monster books here. I like that. Again, I got to go through all these and make sure I don't need them for my collection, and then I'll sell the dupes. So if you're interested in the horror sci-fi stuff, you might as well just hold off, because I don't know what I need and what I don't yet. I always like that one. Good cover. Howard the Duck 1, and you can see, you know, Spider-Man. Anyway, they're just kind of all, you know, hokey crossover stuff. That one's screwed up. Some more Star Wars. That one's not too bad. Number 10. What was the other one I found? 4, I think. Oh, there's 3. Boy, it'd be nice if there's a 1 in there. There's a 2. Am I going to get to 1? Oh, there's a 5. And then it goes back to Howard the Duck. That was just kind of mean and cruel, to be honest with you. Maybe it's still in here. We'll find out. Where Monsters Dwell 2, Grow 2. I mean, these are reprint books from the earlier 60s. Marvel, you know, pre-superhero Tales to Astonish and stuff like that. Rambo. But they have great covers, and you know, if you don't want to read the original or can't afford the original or can't find the original stuff, really good way to read them right here are on these Marvel reprint books. My goodness, back to Conan. Oh, there's number 3. That's kind of a tough book. 12, so we're getting down there number-wise, just in fits and starts. Another Fear, like that one. You can keep going with these all day long. Worlds Unknown, great covers on these books. I don't think they ever were very popular, but I really enjoyed them. Journey into Mystery, that's the second series. After, you know, the first one in the 60s turned into Thor. Well, I got a number 1 there, lower grade, but still there. And I should have a lot of these already in my collection. I'm recognizing a lot of covers. I always like that cover. So it's just going to be a matter, I think, of upgrading or possible upgrading on these. Oh, Creatures on the Loose, Barbarian of Mars, kind of a John Carter kind of thing going on there. Warrior of Mars, Gulliver Jones, yeah, they could have done better. Thongor, yeah, could have done better than that one too. You kind of got a feeling in the 70s, both companies kind of threw out a bunch of stuff to see what would stick, kind of like the Cull Conan, and Conan stuck around and Cull not so much. And I think you see a lot of that, but it was a fun time for comics. You know, they could afford to, you know, experiment with things. And of course these, you know, if you're reprinting a bunch of stories, you really don't have a whole ton of extra money into it. You can reuse a lot of the art, redesign the covers. Marvel Premiere Warlock, or him. He first showed up in that Thor book. Was that the second or third video? I can't remember. Monsters on the Prowl. I'm going to move these up a little here. Got some nice long stretches of these Marvel horror books. I like that. Pretty nice. I would say VG to fine. Again, they were unprotected, so soiling and rubbing are always an issue. Spine curling, the bottom corners. Although the bottom corners and actually the spines feel pretty good on these, so they must not have been in a loose box like those Thors were. Thors and subbies with all those broken spines. These are pretty nice. I'd have rather had the nicer Thors or subbies just from a mercenary standpoint. Wow, I just can't believe turning out some really long runs of this stuff. Very unusual, at least for me to find long runs of these. Usually you get a handful and they're usually trashed, so this is really nice. Something definitely exceptional, at least around here for me. Whoops, got 2 of them there. Oh, there we go. And you can see when I first started, I said this collection's 95% of the way I found it. Well, here's one of the exceptions. So there was a Conan 1, and it was just in there, not bagged or boarded. So when I saw that after I bought the collection, I did go back through and put that in there. pretty nice. I would say, you know, it should make fine, considering it's complete. Not water damage, got a crunch down there. Good book. Not a super rare book. I've had a few of them. Usually lower grade though, so this is probably one of the higher grade ones I've had. Drop him back in without hurting him. And there's number 5. Pretty clean. Pretty clean books. I don't know how much of a run there is, but boy, I gotta have an awful lot of the first, what, 50, 60, 70 of these? And they're still coming. Oh, they're kind of a Cthulhu monster cover on that one. Lots of dragons and stuff on there, so that's kind of cool. Oh, here's number 4. A little rougher, got some rubbing on that, so, but I would say a good VG. And there's another number 2. Did I have a number 2? I don't think I did. Did I? No, I didn't. All right. And 3. Somebody must have been a fan here. Got some little bit of duplication, not a lot. Oh, that's a bummer. And then we go to Marvel Premiere 3D Man. So yikes. Not so much there. Jungle Action, not a super valuable book. Neat covers on them though, and there's a few people pick them up. Oh, there we go. Hey. Honestly, I did not do this on purpose. It's Godzilla Day. It's November 3rd, 2023, Godzilla Day. And here we go, Godzilla number 1, the Marvel series. These languished a long time. Oh, man, look at that. Ink or something spilled on there. Oh, that's terrible. What a tragedy. But they are getting to be a little more collectible now. The first one and the last couple with the Avengers in it. Great covers. Devil Dinosaur in this one. Logan's Run, one of my favorite sci-fi movies. Great cover with the flag on that. I believe that's the end of the movie adaptation. It's either the movie or the TV show, but I'm pretty sure it's the end of the... I'll check here. Yeah, it's the end of the movie. So they did a 5-parter on the movie. Oh, and back to Conan. And look at this, another Marvel Premiere 1. Okay, so I've got a couple of those. That one's it's stained up there though. At least there's no black ink spilled on it. Power of Warlock 1. The other one was Marvel Premiere. And so it looks like we got some Power of Warlock here. I gotta tell you, not one of my favorite characters. And he did go through the Marvel books in Bronze Age and even Copper Age stuff. He was a kind of a recurring guy on those end of the universe stories. But why didn't Marvel pick that guy instead of... Anyway, I think they made a bad choice there. Machine Man. It is a Jack Kirby book. Don't get a lot of interest in it. To be honest with you, and high grade, you know, the Kirby collectors will pick them up just to kind of have them. Other than that, I don't see too many people chasing them. 31 Conan, man, the Conans just go away and then they come right back, roaring back again. Roaring back, look at that, got some good stuff though. They're sure skipping numbers. Those last two are water damaged. This is a nice one. That's a pretty clean book there on 47. And now we're down to 30, so now we're heading down again. I'm really curious. I've got to be fairly close on having a complete run of 1 through 50 or 60. They're not all great though. Got some water damage on some of these. They look all right, but I can pick it up and I can feel the wrinkled paper. Here's another book. Did not catch on. Doesn't have a lot of interest. That's actually a pretty good read. That Giant Size Conan 1. So if you want to have a good read on Conan, that'd be a good place to start. Red Sonja cover, always good. Oh, here we go. That's a giant size, so that's number 10. I'm trying to feel a little bit of a spine curl, but I don't think it's water damaged. And there's another giant size 11, got a really bunged up corner there, unfortunately. Barry Smith, or Barry Windsor Smith, great cover. He did quite a few of those early Conan books. And was that 18? Black Hound of Vengeance, number 20, and now we're 21, so we're heading back up again. So good heavens, they're just kind of all over the place. Giant Size Conan 2, nice looking book. Spine's actually not too bad. A little bit of water damage up there. Giant Size Conan 3, and this is King Size Annual, which is different than the giant size and the, what was the other one? Anyway, and that's number 2, Giant Size Conan, number 4. That's too bad, and you can see it's stained up here, so water damage. Giant Size Conan 5. Okay, so I'm just looking through my stack. My stack here is getting a little tipsy. I got to be a little careful there. I think I better start a new one. Here we go. King Size Conan number 1. Great cover on that one. Yep, that was Barry Windsor Smith. Doc Savage, they put some effort behind this book. They had the movie out in the theaters about the same time, but it just didn't work. And of all the pulp characters, I know I mentioned this before, I just never understood the allure of Doc Savage, to be honest with you. Boy, they got great covers on here though. And there you got, look who's on there, Werewolf. Werewolf by Night. So neat little crossover there. I'm going to pull these out and just set them there before they do a face plant on me. Oh, I better move them back so I can get in the shot. There we go. Doc Savage number 5. Master of Kung Fu 98. Boy, I haven't seen many of those. Have seen a few of these. GI Combat. That's the big war book or battle book, or I don't know, they changed names. It's all water damaged, so that'll go in the bargain box somewhere. Good read though. Doc Savage, Sword of the Atom, which was actually a fun little mini series, kind of different, where he went into the micro world. Oh wait, that was Ant-Man. Oh no, wait, that was the Atom. Falcon mini series, water damaged, messed up pretty good. Vigilante number 1, heavily water damaged. One of my all-time favorite 80s series. It didn't run very long. I think it was 20 or 30 some issues. Not the guy you see in the Peacemaker TV show. This was actually a quality guy. Not his first appearance. Sword of the Atom 3, and the last one, I guess that's somehow fitting, although Conan would have been better. Sergeant Rock, 383 on that one. So that's it for this one. Got 4 more boxes left. Check those out, and thanks for watching.